system. So in your desktop, in any one desktop, so once you log into your remote desktop server, there you have the putty, right? So otherwise putty is not available. So then you have to go to the Windows search bar. Then you can use the putty, right? You will get the putty icon here. Then you can just use the pin to taskbar and a pin to start. Then you will get the icons to the here, right? So once you will get the icon here, just click on the OK button. Then here in the host name field, just type like SAP HANA. SAP HANA, just you can type it here. Just OK button, you will get the login as. Login as, just you can type like root. Okay, root user. Then password is common password we have. So you can use the common password. You can type it here. So then it will come to the screen. Like it will log in. It will log in. Then you will get the prompt like this here, right? So password, when you are typing the password will not be visible here. So password invisible means it will not show here. But even though you have to correctly type the password, just click the enter button so that it will be authenticated automatically. Okay. So then once it is authenticated automatically, you will get the prompt like this here. Then after that, we have discussed about some of the Linux commands we discussed. File system level, free space, right? So CPU, memory, so file creation, folder creation, some Linux commands. Then after that, we have went to the HANA installation. One small lowest version of the HANA installation, we have done it, right? HANA SPS 05, we have done the installation, right? HANA installation, we have done it, right? So after the HANA installation, yeah, up to HANA installation, we have covered. So after that, what we have to do? Once the HANA DB installed, what we have done it after that, right? Once the HANA installation is done, what we have done it. So after, as soon as your HANA installation is done, so HANA installation is done. So we need to connect to the HANA database, check the HANA database is up and running or not. For that one, you are in the root user, right? You are in the root user, so you cannot test it. So for that one, so for any HANA data during the HANA database installation, so during the HANA DB installation, during the HANA database installation, there are the two users will be created. One is the SID ADM user. This is for the OS level admin activities. One is the system user. This is the DB admin user. So OS level, if you want to do any administration level activities, stopping the HANA database, starting the HANA database. So whatever you want to do, you need to log in with SID ADM user, right? System user means it's a DB admin user. This is a system user. We have to do it here, right? So here to connect this one, normally just you can use the sudo su space. So suppose last time we have done the HANA DB installation as so HDB, right? HDB ADM, right? So I just selected the HDB ADM. Then SU means switch user space hyphen space, then your SID ADM. Then it is switched to the your SID ADM, HDB ADM, it's switched to the here. Just you can type here like HDB capital space info. Then you will see the list of process which are running on family members. See here, our family members like name server, compile server, preprocessor, index server, access engine, web dispatcher. So all these seven process, this is the daemon. So all these seven processes are up and running. So all these seven process. So daemon will control the remaining 6 process, right? That is the reason. So daemon is the main parent. Under the parent, we have the sub like, so name server, compile server, p processor, index server, web dispatcher, this one. The 6 processor running status here. 6 processor, so running status here. So that is the reason you can see here. So remaining processor up and running here. If this processor showing here, then HANA database is up and running. So HANA database is up and running. So how can I connect to HANA database then? So how to connect to the HANA databases, right? How to connect to the HANA databases here? How to connect to HANA DB? How to connect to the HANA DB here? So to connect to the HANA DB, we have to, in our desktop, we have the tools like, so we need HANA Studio. HANA Studio. How to watch your movie? You need one media player, right? To watch your movie, you need one media player. Then how to connect to the HANA database means you need the one tool like, so HANA DB, HANA Studio software is required here. So that software also available in your desktop. You see here in your desktop, there is a software is available, HANA Studio. Just if we click on this button, the software also, you will connect to the HANA Studio also. See here, just click on the launch button, then you will get to open the HANA Studio also. So in any case, any one of the tool is not available, just to go to the here, same procedure. Just type here Studio, then you will see the here Studio. Okay, same procedure. So you will get the this one administration page. It will get it out like this here. Okay, so let me remove the existing one. Okay, so when you open the HANA Studio, you will get the initial business page like this, right? HANA Studio business page. So like this, you will get the business page here. Okay, so here what you have to do here, tools like HANA Studio. How to connect to the HANA Studio means HANA DB using the Studio. Studio, you will connect to the HANA databases, any databases, n number of databases. One Studio is enough here. So as soon as you open the HANA Studio, you will get the screen like this. Here in this studio, first time you need to add your systems. You need to add your HANA database into the studio. You need to add it here. So for this one, just there is a plus symbol. You can see here, there is a icon, add system here. There is a add system here. Just if you click on the add the system here, you see host name. Host name means our HANA database host name is the SAP HANA. Okay. So is it a single container, multi-container? So we installed the HANA 2.0. So which means it's a multi-container. So one system DB. First you connect to the system DB here. Instance number is the 02. So how can I find my instance number means here you can see the instance number. So HDB02. Right? So during the installation, I have not done it installation. How can I find out means? So OS level by checking the folder like USR SAP SID HDB02. 02 is the instance number of this one. Right? So 02. Click on the next button. Username here. First time we are logging, we don't have any other usernames. Then use the system user. You can use the system user here. The password field, you can enter the, so London. So your password, you can enter it here. Okay. So then your password is wrong here, right? Password is wrong here. So something wrong here. Yeah, you have added the system database, you have added here. At the same time, you can also add the your tenant database also, you can add it here. 02 is the instance number here. Okay. So tenant DB is our HDB. So our database name is HDB, right? So first time our Trinity database also HDB only, right? Just click on the next button, then system. Why? Because we don't have any user, but during the installation, one user, it is created the two users. One is the SID ADM user, and the second one is the system user, right? So system user is like this. We have to connect to HANA databases, right? This is a studio. HANA Studio is for the to perform the administration level activities. HANA admin level activities, we have to use the HANA Studio. HANA Studio, we have to access here, right? So this is the way we need to connect to the your HANA databases. If you double click on the any system DB or tenant DB, system DB or tenant DB, you will get the admin left right side. You will see the administration page will be opened here, right? Same as like system DB also, administration page will be opened here. It's the same for each and every database. The tabs are common. The tabs are common here. You can see that the tabs are common here, right? So here, as soon as you open here, is it clear, right? How to connect to the HANA Studio, how to add the systems to how to add your databases to the HANA Studio. Is it clear for everyone? It's a simple task actually. Okay. So
Sir, one doubt, sir.
yeah,
Sir, regarding the two IDs, sir, one is SID ADM and one is system user ID. Na?
yeah,
So when we create SAP, at that time also one SID ADM will be created.
right,
Na, sir?
right. And that is the SAP SID ADM. This is the DB SID ADM.
Okay.
Two SID ADM.
Sir,
Sir, if we
sir.
create that SAP on the same host means then, sir, how?
So that time, so we will not give the same SID for DB and SAP, right? So it will not take. It will not take. So if we are installing on the same, if you are installing on the same SID on that SAP, it will not take. Why? Because for either previously for Oracle SQL Server, for SAP SID and so DB SID we can give the same. But here for HANA we should give the different SIDs. We have to give it. If you are installing the same host name.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Sir, there is user that the SAP ADM also created, na, sometime.
That is the host agent area. Host agent. That is for the host agent. Host agent. So that is for the by default it will be created when you installing that will be created. SAP ADM is for the host agent related thing that is created.
Okay, but it created while doing installation only.
Right. Either the first time you are doing that will be created. Second time it won't create. Why? Because it's already exists.
Okay. If we are installing on same host, then it will not create.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So once it is installed, you can see the here. So your administration page will be opened. Administration. So once you add it to the here, just to double click on it, or just right click and go to the configuration monitoring. Open the administration page. You will see the administration page is opened here. Administration page is opened here. Right. In the administration page here. So first tab is the overview tab. Overview tab here. In the overview tab means here. So just to give the overview of the your databases. Overview of the your databases. Normally, when you purchase any book or anything, first index page, right? Or overview page. In the overview page, when you purchase any book, okay, unit 1 to 20 pages, unit 2 21 to 30 pages, like that you will see the book, right? Index overview. First we will check the overview here. So same as like before we entering into the actual administration page, so all those things will give you, we will summarize here. will summarize the in this overview page here. So here in the overview page here, we can see the all the services are started or not. Yes, services means our family members, right? Index server, name server, preprocessor, all these things are available or not here. It will show here. Then, so what type of system here? When was the first started the service here? Second, right? So most recent restarted service. So second here. So right. So yeah. So here version of the your HANA database HANA to SPS 05. So here what is the OS platform here? So what is the OS kernel version here? Who is the hardware manufacturer here? Right? HANA used memory. So what is the HANA used memory? So HANA resident memory. So why? Because HANA is mainly based upon the main memory, right? So how much memory it is utilizing, CPU utilization, how much CPU utilization it is using, the disk status, and means disk means slash HANA data volume, log volume slash HANA log, trace volume slash HANA trace. So all the alerts, you have any alerts, high priority alerts, it will show the information here. So all the information it will show in the overview tab in the glance, right? So if you just if any issues, just if you just select this one, it will go to the respective page, respective tab. It will go here directly. It will jump into the respective tab here, right? This is the HANA. So the main part here, right? So just overview page here. Here we will come to know what is the exact issue. Someone facing some issues or some service are not started, some service are not working. So then here we will come to know here, right? So this is the main page here. So the next page is like here, landscape tab here. In the landscape tab here, so the first overview is done. The next page is like landscape. In the landscape, you see the landscape. So you see in the landscape. In the landscape page, you see here. So how many processes which are currently running here, right? All the process it will show here. Even if we go to the system DB also, it will show here, right? So what is the difference here then? HANA 2.0 by default you will get the one system DB and one tenant databases here, right? So when you build the one apartment here, the first one ground floor you will build it here. Then on top of you can create the G+1 at the first time. Then later, whenever you have the money, then that time you can build the one more tenant, means one more tenant databases. Then one more tenant databases. So one more tenant databases. So one more tenant database. Like that, we can build it up to 19 tenants, 19 plus 1. So up to 20 tenant databases we can build in the system. Up to 20 tenant databases we can build in the systems here. 19 plus 1, 20 tenant databases we can build it in the systems here. Okay. So that
It
is
means on single host only, right?
yeah, single host. The same within the same SID, within the same on top of the system DB. So by default, you will get the one tenant, that is fine. Apart from that one tenant, so you can create the tenant 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Up to 20, we can create it. 19, why I said 19 means 19 we can create it. One by default, it will be created. So total 20 tenant databases, one system DB, we can create it here. So this is the we can power, but by default it won't install the 19. By default, it will create only when you install the HANA database, it will create only one tenant DB, one system DB only. So then what is the difference between system DB and tenant DB? Why these two databases are creating here? So system DB, tenant DB, right? So here, whenever you install the HANA database here, whenever you install the HANA databases, by default, you are getting the index server, right? Index server, and name server. So preprocessor and compile server. Preprocessor, compile server, and web dispatcher, access engine, daemon. So these 7 processes are getting created. So these 7 processes are getting created in the database level. These 7 processes are getting created in the database level. These 7 processes are getting created. So right, these 7 processes are getting created here. So while these 7 processes are getting created here in the system, so what these 7 processes, these 7 family members. But we have the 2 databases. So systemdb and TenetDB. We have the 2 databases here. So each database, so we have the 2 databases here. So which process will run on the each database here? So here, so TenetDB index server and access engine, this both will be on the TenetDB. So the remaining 5 are will be in the remaining 5. This one and this one. So this remaining 5 will be on the systemdb. This remaining 5 will be on the systemdb here, right? Systemdb here. So here TenetDB. Right? So here in the systemdb we have so name server, preprocessor, compile server, access engine, sorry, not the access engine. So web dispatcher, daemon, right? Here we have in the TenetDB, so index server, access engine, index server we have and access engine here. So these two will be on the in the Tenet databases. These two will be on the in the Tenet databases. It will be there. It will be on the index server. It will be stored here, right? So here this two will be in the index server. That is fine. But how can I know? How can I know? So, but reality we should know, right? Now theoretically we discussed about okay, 5 will be running on the systemdb, remaining 2 will be on the Tenet database. In the reality, we should know, right? In the system. So if you log into the system here in the HANA Studio, you will see here. So compile server. Let's go to the systemdb here. In the systemdb, we have the 5 process, right? Compile server, daemon, name server, preprocessor, web dispatcher. These 5 are running on the systemdb, right? So these 5 are running on the systemdb here, systemdb, right? These 5 are running on the systemdb here. So here you can see the display. So what is the host name and whether it is active or not, what is the port number, what is the service here, so what is the start time, what is the process ID, CPU utilization in the graphical view, and also memory utilization and used memory. So all the details it will be showing here, right? All the details it is showing here. At the same time, you can also see here. So if I go to the tenant database, right? In the Tenet database here, you can also see the apart from that 5, so remaining 2 also will be showed here. Index server and access engine here. These 2 are new, but all the remaining process also is derived from the systemdb only. But it's not like that. Sir, here we have the one compile server, as you mentioned in the TenetDB also you have the compile server. Is it means like 2 compile servers? One is the systemdb and second one is the TenetDB. No, it's not like that here. So it's not the 2 compile servers here. It's not the only one compile server. But in the TenetDB also it is showing here. So to prove that one, here you can see the compile server. The port number is 10, like 30 to 10, right? 30 to 10. You can see that the process ID here 397.94. In any host, any process, one service has only one port number, one process ID, right? And also you can see the startup timelines 97, 94, 30 to 10. If I go to the system DB here, same here 30 to 10 and then 97, 94. It means it is running in the system DB only, but in the tenant DB of the in the landscape information, it is showing, just it is displaying. That is only thing. But it's not like that. It is not running on the tenant database. In the tenant databases, we have only one tool. One is the index server, and second one is the access engine. Index server and access engine. These two are running on the so where these two are running on the your tenant database here, right? So what is the difference between a system DB and tenant DB? Means system DB has only 5 processes which are running here. Tenant database only 2 processes. One is the index server, second one is the access engine here. So here, so why each tenant, when you install the one more tenant, then you will get the one more index server, one more access engine, one more index server, one more access engine. So one more index server, one more access engine. Like this, you will get the multiple things here. But system DB is only one. Okay. So index server, access engine, index server, access engine.
Sir.
Yes.
Is that all other process not running on tenant database, but it will work for that tenant database now? If anything on tenant database getting like program, execute that program, that compulse server will be work on tenant database. Is that like happen?
No. It's not like that. So, but it's in the system DB, but it is also showing in the display of the compile server. If it is down, suppose let me stop it one. So I have stopped the web dispatcher here. Okay. So I have stopped the web dispatcher here. Just clear the web dispatcher. So see here immediately. So I stopped the web dispatcher here. So here also it is stopped and immediately it started. See here, restart timeline 702. We have to restart at 702. So 702, which means it's the same process only, but just displaying the system DB. But if you stop it here, it won't allow you. See here. So stop service occurred can be future is not sub, can only stop on service only, which means you cannot stop it from the here. It's not possible to stop from the tenant database. Why? Because it is owned by the your system database only. So that's why you cannot stop it from the tenant databases. You can also do it from the system DB only. System database related services, you have to do it from the system DB only. So these 5 are running on the system database. Okay. Anything you have to do it from the system. So what is the use of the system DB and a tenant DB? What is the difference? This is the one of the difference we can discuss. And one more difference is here. If I talk about one more difference here. So one more difference here. Here we will discuss each and every the process here. So the first process is we will discuss about the index server. So index server here. Index server here. First process we will discuss about the index server here. So index server is the main process in the tenant database. This is the main process. This is the main process in tenant database. So actual DB loads, database loads, the DB stores all the calculations, So everything will happen in so tenant in the index server only. Okay, index server only. So index server means here. So index server is the main process in the. So index server is the main process. Index server is the main process in the tenant databases, right? Index server is the main process in the tenant databases here. So actual data, actual in the database level, data will come to the database, right? But where it is storing here. So here in the index server data will be storing into the index server only. Data is storing in sorry. So data is storing into the index server only. Index server only. The data is getting stored into the index server only. What about the remaining, sir? Actual, the main priority of the work is doing by the index server only here, right? Data storing, data retrieval, data calculations, everything will happen in the index server only. Then what is the use of the other process here? What is the use of the other process? Other process will help to the so index server. Normally in our home, in our family, normally we discussed database is like so one brand new house. Inside of the database, we will have the family members, 7 family members, right? Index server, name server. In this, so index server is the father of the database, father. So what is the main responsibility of the father here? In our home. So he is the main candidate in the home. So father, he knows like all the calculations, all the burdens, loads, so everything, earnings, everything he will take care of the whatever. So here the father will take the major responsibility in our home. Same as like in the index server also, all the data calculations, data loads, data retrieval. So everything will happen in the index server. But where the index server is available means it's in the tenant database. Tenant database. So it's in the tenant database. It is available only on the tenant database only. Tenant database only. So that is the major priority of the here, right? So index server. So it's the main process in the tenant database. Actual data loads, data loading, data storing, all the will happen in the so index server only. Index server which is available in the tenant databases. So right. So that's why every application, every user directly they will connect to the so tenant database only. Why? Because in the tenant database we have so system DB. So that is the reason in the tenant database we have the system database. That is the reason we have so the index server if they are connecting to the so index server tenant database, right? That is the major priority of the here, right? So the next one, what is that next one here, right? So the next one here we have so index server is completed. The name server. So name server is the it kind of name server is like it kind of so it will just holds the small responsibility of the name server here. It will holds the so topology related information. Topology related information as a technical word. Topology related info. Topology means what is SID, what is instance number, what is host name, what is IP. All these 4 information, it will keep the information. It's a small responsibility. Maybe we can take it like it's a in the family, maybe so daughter we will give the small responsibilities, right? So that's why the name server is it will holds the small responsibility, right? Father, daughter completed holds the small responsibility of the information. It will holds the so this one and will help to the so index server, right? So that is the one thing here, name server. So the next one is called the compile server. Compile server. So compilation of the compilation of the programs, stored procedures, compilation of the programs, stored procedures, and it will help to the index server. Everything will help to the index server only to process the data, right? So then preprocessor. So preprocessor, pre plus processor. So in the name itself, we have some meaningful words up there. So preprocessor, processing the unstructured data. Processing the unstructured data, processing the unstructured data, processing the unstructured data, and help to index server to process the data, right? So then once the preprocessor is completed, we have the web dispatcher. Web means browser based, right? Web dispatcher. So web dispatcher will handle the web based, will take the will distribute, will take the web based request, and so we'll take the request and forward to access engine. So here the access engine process the web based request. It will process the web based request here. Okay, then finally daemon. Okay, so here, so let's start discussing one by one here again. Okay, so index server, so it's the father of the database, right? Name server, so just it will hold the topology related information. What is the SID? What is the instance number? What is the host name? What is the IP? Like this, it will hold this small piece of information. Okay, just in the name server. Compile server, compilation of the programs. So database means database is written in the C++ language. Okay, C++ language, database level. So it means it has combination of all the programs they have combined, means so that is the database. So here it will compile all the programs for the speed of progress, for speed of the processing the architecture, the processing everything, processing the data. It will compile all the programs and stored procedures, right? That is the work of the compile server will do here. Preprocessor means processing the unstructured data. Suppose like normally in the database level, sometimes data will comes like this, there is no structure. Structure means C++ language, right? Suppose like example, open brackets, some do while, some nested while, something like there is a structure, there is a programming structure. So even though the data which is coming inside of the data, there is no structure. Here. Even though it is not processed, it will process the data. It will make it as a structure. It will help to the index server to process the data. Okay, that is the preprocessor. Compile server, compilation of the programs and stored procedures. So normally not only we connect to the HANA Studio and everything. Sometimes users may connect through browsers to access the web ID, to access your HANA Studio to perform the HANA database level activities. That time, so here the requests which are coming from browser, immediately the web dispatcher will take care of that request, will forward to the access engine. Access engine will process that request user authentication and everything, then will help to the index server to store the data here, right? So here clear. Then here you see here, so here index server is the father, then daemon is the mother. Why? Because why I call it as a mother means here, so here suppose in out of this 5 process, any process is in the faulty means in the error status or stopped status, immediately this daemon will go and give the boost to that process, then immediately that will bring up the bring to the so online status, active status here. So normally in our home also, in case suddenly if any one process is down, any one of the family member is down with the some sudden sick, something some flu or something, immediately mother will go give the some booster up, some tonic, some syrup to the kid to bring back to the normal status, right? Same as like here. So if any out of this 5 process, 6 process, anything is wrong, anything is sick, immediately so the daemon will go and will bring up them to the active status here. That is the reason. So if I talk about the database level theoretical wise, so daemon is the process will, if any process is in the faulty status, if any process is in faulty state means error state, then immediately daemon immediately the daemon will bring back to the normal status. Normal status means active status. That is the work of the daemon. With daemon it will do here. Suppose example you see here, right? So suppose just we will stop the here. So here web dispatcher is stopped here, right? So here also web dispatcher is stopped here. Web dispatcher is stopped here, right? So just wait for 2 minutes here, 2 minutes here, 2 or 1 minute here. Just click on the refresh button here. See here again web dispatcher come to the normal status here. Then who stopped? You only stopped here, but who started? Here daemon will take care of the all the starting process here. Daemon will take care of the all the starting means if any process is in the faulty or error status, immediately the daemon will process will go and give the boost or Bornavita to the this process, then immediately it will come to the online status, right? Online status. So that is the work of the so daemon will do. Okay, got it? Any questions? Anyone? So here the main thing is here only tenancy database. Why? Because in the tenancy database we have the index server. So that is the reason. Wherever the index server is there, that is the main database here. All the applications, third-party applications. So all the application, third-party applications, all the tools. So it will connect to the index server only, right? So normally, so in the outside topic, if you discuss wherever the jaggery is there, right? All the ants, bytes will come to the that jaggery place only, right? So not the outside place. Same as like here also, wherever the index server is there, all the applications and everything will connect to the index server. Why? Because the data is residing inside of the index server only. But that index server is available in the TenantDB. So here, TenantDB is the main database. All the SAP applications will connect to the tenant database only, not the system database. But sir, what is the use of the system database here? System database is for monitoring the tenants, right? So normally if we discuss about, we have the, if we go to the one apartment here, we go to the apartment here. So you have the ground floor, you have the tenant, right? You have the one more tenant example. So then what is the use of the ground floor? Ground floor means we have the system DB. Ground floor means we have the system DB. We have the tenant database. We have the tenant database. Then, so all the applications, SAP applications will directly connect to the tenant database only. Here it one tenant database, one application, one tenant database, one applications. But here nothing will connect. Why? Because there is no data here. Just there is no data. But what is the purpose of the system database here? System database is like to monitor the tenants only. To do the administration task, you have to do it from the system database only. So if you want to stop, you need to stop it from the system DB only. So you cannot directly go ahead and do the any changes in the system databases, tenant databases. Everything you have to do it from the system DB only. So that is the reason, that is the purpose here. So in the apartment, in ground floor, you have the owners. First floor, second floor, you have the tenants, right? If any complaints given, so what you have to do? First, you have to approach the owner, right? In the system DB, so, right? The owner is responsible. Why? Because without informing to the owner directly, he will go to the tenants. So that is that will create some noise, right? First, you have to give the notice to the owner. The owner will take care of the remaining things, right? So that is the reason system DB is responsible to monitor all the tenants. Okay, system DB is responsible to monitor all the tenant databases and everything here. Okay, got it? Any questions from anyone?
Sir, can system DB holds the data of all tenant database?
No. System just to monitor and to perform the admin level activities. It's not like that. It will hold all the data. No. All the
Then
data
what kind
means,
of data system DB can have?
so only tenant related informations. Suppose if you want to change some parameters, you can change the parameter from the system DB. Some settings, some configuration settings. Yeah, I mean to say configuration data only stores in the system database. Configurations data. Suppose when you are going to the apartment, you are the one tenant, right? Tenant database. So then you will give the basic your Aadhaar card, PAN card details, and some initial advance to the owner. Then you will rent in that tenant database, right? Same that kind of information it is available, right? Same as like in the system database also, the tenant related configurations data. So all the information is available in the system database only, but not the business data. Why? Because business data it will store into the index server only. Index server which is available in the every tenant database, there is a index server. So it is not available in the tenant system DB.
Sir, daemon work process is part of only system database. If index server stopped, then in the tenant database we stop index server. Then will it help to that tenant database to bring that index server process to?
No, it's not, it will not help sometimes. Why? Because so suppose I stopped the system DB stopped now. Okay, tenant I stopped it here. See here, complete database is gone now. Entire database is down now. But system DB is up.